going on, guys? Repeat back here again for another edition of the NNR Truck Series. Tonight we are live from the one and only Bristol Motor Speedway, half-mile concrete, Glass Coliseum, Thunder Valley, whatever you want to call it. It's well known throughout the world as being an amazing track. And speaking of amazing, I'll tell you what, I got a special guest for us all. Tonight is the driver of the number 4 Hunt Brothers, Bush Beer Ford over for Stuart Haas. None other than Natty Dread. Natty Dread, thank you very much for joining me in the booth tonight. It's going to be an amazing race. Looking forward to calling it with you. It's kind of the first one of the season. Hopefully it won't be the last. How you feeling, man?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Well, I can absolutely tell you that anybody that has run has never said that they ran worse afterwards. So you definitely you'll have a leg up, hopefully. I mean, you're usually pretty strong in the cup, and I'm sure you'll be great on Thursday when we head over to H2. Let's see here. Looks like he's picking up a lot of game on you. So go ahead and crank that down just a little bit. There we go. That should be better, Mountaineer. Thank you very much for letting me know. And Natty, I'm also going to try something new here. I just kind of talked to you about it a little bit ago. They are about halfway through their qualifying right now. But ladies and gents in chat, if you don't mind, please go ahead, stand and remove your ball cap as we go through our national anthem. And I'm having a problem. It never works out the way it's supposed to, does it? Where'd it go? Where is it? Oh, that sucks. Well, I guess maybe not. The banner came up overhead, as you can see there, but I had actually gotten special permission from Madison Rising, a rock band, but unfortunately something has gone awry with what I had in store. Let me kind of go through here. I wonder, let's try this. Oh man, I'm sorry. That's unfortunately it's not going to work for me. I will have to double check that for when we come back. Yeah, Mountaineer, it's unfortunate, but it's weird. I was in a party last night with Smitty, and it worked the way that it was supposed to. And now, of course, when the time comes and it counts the most, it's not coming up. But I promise you, it will be fixed for Tuesday night's race, and we'll definitely get that going. I don't know why it didn't. Let's see. But anyway, the trucks are underway in qualifying. It shouldn't be much longer. Bristol, of course, short track. They're going to be up and running, and they will take their 2 pace laps in the beginning. But Natty, most of these guys don't really know a whole lot about you. Take a couple minutes. Tell these guys where you're from. What brought you into racing. We all know that within NNR, you know a lot of people within the field and within the garages and whatnot. Tell us a little about yourself, please.
All right. I grew up in actually Huntington Beach, California. Not really many NASCAR fans out there. I moved to Tennessee when I was in high school and kind of picked it up. And my father actually ended up working in the sport there for a little bit, getting sponsors for race teams and things like that. So That's kind of how I really got into it. Ended up moving out to Vegas, playing football at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and a couple of my best friends who played offensive line now work on some race teams. One of them is the gas man for Chase Elliott, and one of them is the gas man for Kevin Harvick. And then throughout the years, I just met a bunch of other guys throughout the garage area, wrench heads, pit road guys. So been very fortunate to meet a lot of people in the sport, and man, I love it to death. Man, I probably went to about 13 races last year. Man, and I've done about 10 cup races, probably a handful of Xfinity races and things like that. Man, I just enjoy hanging out with my buddies and just the sight, the sound, the smell, and hanging out with some of the guys from NNR. Going to the races, have a good time, watch them party. I'm getting a little older, so I kind of just hang back and watch them do their thing and live vicariously through those guys. So it's a good time.
Yeah, I know. I first met you when we went to Atlanta, and then of course I met you again when we were in Charlotte and whatnot. And yeah, man, it's always a good time. Um, I'm looking forward to Martinsville. Hopefully you'll be there for that. Let me go ahead check in on their streams. I'm guessing. Yep. Yep, I got you, sir. Thank you very much. For some reason, what I had planned, Carol, didn't quite work out for us, but uh, um, yeah, we'll have to try it again on Tuesday. But thank you very much, sir. All right, so they are done qualifying. Let's see.
I think I have it in. Oh no, I lost my invites.
I Yeah, let me check and see if I've got one. Yeah, I didn't get one yet either. Let's see. I'll actually.
That's all right. I'm sure he'll send one out here in a minute.
I hope so. All right. Go back, and I think I've also got. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up Cowboy match stream. All right, they're paused right now. They
Okay.
should be getting going here pretty soon. As soon as we get those invites, I'll let you know when to accept it off a match stream. That way we don't actually end up in the race.
Perfect.
Let's see. Viper, thank you very much for tuning in. Mountaineer, Mountaineer's saying that your mic was a little low. Is there any way that you can
You ready, Pete?
turn? Yep, I got you. Can you go ahead and send the invites, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
Let me see if there's anything I can do here.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure. I probably was holding it kind of far away from my mouth. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, we can work with it. No big deal.
Let me see here. Oh, they're
All right.
paused. Fuck. Whoops.
Yeah, yeah, they're paused. Yeah, I think he just sent out like 4 invites. But yeah, guys. So this is going to be the truck Bristol night race. It's 200 laps. I actually ran a little bit of a test earlier, and I was able to make it to the end of stage 1 earlier without having to pit. The my front right, or my right front rather, was about 5% by the time that first flag flew. But yeah, you can get it done. It all depends on how much you're willing to gamble and how much you're really going to try for that track position in that first stage. Still waiting. Let me go ahead and pull Matt's stream back up. They are still paused. So they're just making sure that nobody's lagging out of the party. Nobody's, everybody's going to be able to get in there and get this race going. I really wish that the what I had planned worked out. And I'm sorry about that. Kind of sound like a little bit fool. Yeah, please stand, rise your, whatever, blah blah. Anyway, next time, yeah, it will work. I will test it live, just to be sure. I don't know again why it didn't work. Let's see. Mountaineer or Pro Viper, can you please tell me if Natty is still low? Natty, can you give a shout out to one of our favorite fans here in Country Girl, please?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Can you please give a shout out to one of our favorite fans, Country Girl?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for following the stream. We appreciate it. We're trying to grow the league, trying to get some followers. So we appreciate all the support that we get, and thanks for following us.
Absolutely. Country Girls, she's been there just about every week. She's got a special place in her heart for the one and only Cowboy Matt. He'll be in the field with us, and yeah, it's gonna be a great race. Again, 200 laps, 2 times wear, 2 times fuel. I am definitely ready to roll. And Viper is saying to turn you up just a little bit more, so I'll go ahead and do that. Let's see here. Carol's sending more invites.
I just took it.
Yep.
God
Yep.
bless it, Carol.
Yep.
Stop
Yep.
sending me invites if you don't.
Yeah. I'll give it about 5 more
seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
All right. Country Girl checking in. Thank you very much. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and take that invite now.
All right.
All right. Glad to hear it, Viper. Thank you, sir. All right. And let's head on. Yep. Head on. Yep. He says that's better. Thank you very much. All right. So yeah, well, we got 200 laps again, 2 times wear, 2 times fuel. Because it's a short track, they're going to take 2 pace laps rather than the normal one that they'll normally take. So we'll be able to take a look at our full lineup and see how they're gonna stand, see who's qualified pole, see who's tail end Charlie, see who's gonna have to try to maybe work a little bit of strategy in order to work their way up. Thank you, Bod Fusion, checking into the stream. Appreciate you. Track Bar, good to see you too, sir. All right, let's get some league info going up here. Here's your truck points, and there's second crawl for your league. All right, we're going to work our way through the field. Let's see if we can find, we got the 05 of Mordog in the field for the first time. And it looks like we might have missed their pace laps because they are, looks like they're nope, not yet. Yep, they're just lining up. All right, let me see. Yeah, Country Girl. When 2 times fuel, 2 times wear means that the tires will wear faster than they would if it was normal, and their gas goes away. They go through the tank a bit quicker as well. It's not as quick as like a 4 times wear, but definitely faster than normal wear. Yeah. Let's see. All right, so I'm trying to get back up to our pole sitter here. I think that was the 47. Yep. Yep. There you go. I tell you, Johnny on the spot here. All right, these guys are already under green. It looks like the 22's got quite a bit of lag there. Carroll's going to have to address that before the race goes on. I mean, he's lagging hard. He's going to end up. Yeah, he just backed into. I don't know. He might have. It's definitely not how he wanted to start his race. Mountaineer saying that Soroka's got some redemption for this week. I don't know, Mountaineer. I kind of disagree with you a little bit. Soroka has been strong every week. I mean, he's been in the booth for post-race interviews. I want to say 3 out of the last 4 weeks. He's been amazing. So Soroka is always someone to watch. I don't think this is going to be any different. He's a known dirt guy, but I tell you what, he's been handling his own here on the concrete. Let's see, Natty, with this field, you got about 30 cars. Are there any favorites of yours to look for to go ahead and pull it all through, or anybody you think that could be a little bit of a dark horse?
Yeah, I was kind of looking at the practice times before the race, and Sledgehammer had some cars. It was no surprise to me that well, quite sure what happened with there's a lot of good cars on there. I was just surprised to see and a couple of those veteran guys working their way out of practice and stuff like that. There's some guys out there. Strike here. I wouldn't be surprised. Carol wouldn't be surprised to see those guys up there. But looking at the practice times, squad race, great stuff. Haven't really kind of spoken to those on the practice guys that look pretty quick. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, I mean you can't go wrong with some of those guys. Let me try. Country Girl saying that she can still kind of barely hear you. So let me turn you up a little bit more here. Say something again, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. All right. Yep. There we go. All right. All right. I turned you up a bit more. That might be better. Let me turn this back down a little bit. All right. HD Motorsports checking into the stream. What's up, HD? We're gonna keep going through the field. HD in the booth with me. I got your buddy, old Mr. Natty Dread. Keep going through to try to catch up to our leaders here.
Yeah, we got Smitty still out front. Got about a 10-car length lead over Mordog. We got a nice little battle going on for second and third there. I think Mordog and King Outbreak. So as Smitty is starting to roll up on lap traffic there.
Yeah, he's actually got a pretty commanding lead, and kind of surprised to see that. I mean, he's got about a quarter of a turn over second, third, and fourth. There's that light blue, almost petty blue truck of Soroka right now running there in P3. So, man, again, that guy's he's really getting it done. Let's see. Yep, Kobe, I agree with you. Country Girl, #1 fan. But you know what? She's got a driver that's kind of #1 in her heart too. So it's no surprise she's here. Matt's doing well. Got his stream up. Gonna kind of keep going through. But yeah, you were just talking about Outbreak a little bit. He's actually in that blue Napa truck just inside the 13 of Soroka. Soroka's on the outside running that wall. And King Outbreaks, he's got that inside line going. He's they're side by side, coming through 3 and 4 right now.
Yeah, he's running that low line pretty strong. You can see maybe some of these guys up out front, they've been running a little bit higher presets. They pulled away, top 4 pulled away about a straightaway already, about 10 laps into the race. So I would imagine some guys maybe are running a little bit looser setup to start without having adjustments in. You'll start seeing, second stage or whenever, hopefully we don't get a caution, but whenever we do get one, those guys make their adjustments, and so you'll start seeing stronger cars start working up towards the front. And see what some of these guys got.
Yeah, and you know what, the adjustments, I was talking to Carol a little bit before we kicked this off, and he was saying that if you put a fast setup into these trucks, you'll actually end up redlining halfway down the straightaways, which with damage on, it could possibly hurt you. Oh yeah, I see the 62. Yep, they are in the racing groove, but doesn't look like the game has thrown a caution just yet.
Oh no! He's ghosted.
Yeah, he was ghosted. It looks like caution is out.
There's the caution.
Yep. So now these guys they're going to be able to get into the pits, like you just said. And if they started off on a lower preset, a little bit of tighter of a chassis, they'll be able to loosen it up either with air pressure, with wedge, maybe a little bit of a change in tape depending on how they were through the corner. But if the 47 of Sledgehammer was having an issue before, he may actually be able to tighten that up. I'm not sure if he was loose, that's why he was looped around. maybe he forgot to change his preset after qualifying. They do typically run a higher preset during quals to get that faster time. Country Girl 36 laps left in stage 1. As always, I appreciate you. These guys are going green right off the bat. There is no pace lap after cautions. So now we've got the 13 of Soroka in the lead with the 46 right behind him.
Yeah, I got my big pack of cars here, about 13 on the back. Sledgehammer right in the middle. No trouble in the back of the pack there. We'll see if he brings out a caution. I saw 2 cars get piled up on that. Doesn't look like it.
No, it doesn't look like it. And I tell you what, I'm looking back from Soroka's hood view right now, and this pack that is behind him, you know, HD always says like a hornet's nest behind him, and you know what? He would not be kidding. These guys are going to be close all night long. They're going to be fast. This place is quick. If you get a hold of that wall, or if you're tight off of 2, tight off of 4, it's going to grab you. Yep. This is going to be our second caution of the night. Now, by now, Carol's probably in everybody's ear saying, guys, calm it down. You know, there's a long race left to go. You know, we were at 36 before. We're probably right around 30 now. It's, you know, we're only still in stage 1. But if anybody had missed any part of their adjustment before, after this caution, they should be good to go.
Absolutely. Yeah. You start seeing, like I said, you start seeing some of those cars in the back start working their way. It looks like we got a couple of veterans back there. I think I see J.R. Horn, and I think Smitty. I think they might have got caught up in some of that early caution there. I fully expect them to be up towards the front here in the next 50 laps or so. So as long as it gets spread out, kind of get some guys settled in, get the groove. I mean, I think you'll see some good racing. It's a wide enough track to where, you know, there's 3 grooves. Obviously, you don't want to run all 3 at the same time, but you know, there's a top, middle, and a bottom. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there is definitely 3 grooves here. You know, I started off with the all the way in the middle there. I actually started off being on the bumper cam of Smitty. And the 15 was able to kind of get by. No, looks like so far. Yes, looks like so far we're green. So the 48 Smitty's gonna try to grab the tail end of this 15. He's actually kind of running in his tire tracks. I was kind of surprised by that Smitty's not trying to hunt around a little bit while he's still on these fresh tires to work his way around him. Rather than just sit there and ride. Or is Smitty saying, you know what, it's a long race, no sense in pushing it right now, we're still in stage 1, I got a long time to go before I really got to worry about charging or maybe giving somebody a bumper to pick up those checkers.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a veteran. He's probably trying to bide his time. God, there's cars all over the place, boys. Yep, there it is.
There's that caution.
Yeah, it looked like there's an 8. I saw a car on the side of its driver's side door there. Looks like there's some guys that may be just a hair too loose. I've seen some cars hit the apron there and just spin it around. And, you know, probably need to stay there and let the field get by you and then try and move. But there's still cars coming and people backing up, clipping people. I saw Jelly Roll catch the apron there. And we'll see. Wasn't quite sure who was in that last one.
Yeah, it's if you can get to that bottom, roll the center, and get in the gas coming off without actually touching that apron, you can turn a fast lap here. And then as the run goes on, kind of migrate up the track a little bit, depending on what kind of a chassis you're running. But it's way too early to be fighting as much as they are. They really just need to get into a groove, run the track, worry about the competition later, and just work on your laps. There's no sense in really trying to battle too hard just yet. I'm back up front again with the 15 and the 48 nose to tail with 15 Napa that I mentioned a minute ago. King Outrage, there we go. He's still sitting P3. I am starting to see that bright yellow 88, a Watt Racing. He's working his way through the field. He's at about P5 or P6 right now. There's a 27 Jelly Roll. You mentioned him. He's on the outside of Carroll. Carroll's kind of touched that apron a little bit. Oh, there's another wreck just blocked up the whole entrance to the corner. That'll definitely bring out the caution. And I think we are. I think we're about to go to a modified restart here. That's 3.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, we got a long race to go. You hate to see it go this way, but you know, sometimes Bristol's like that. You know, sometimes you get a nice 100-lap run. Sometimes you get a bunch of 10-lap runs. You know, I've been to the Bristol race numerous times, and I've seen them go caution-free for 150, 200 laps, and then 10 minutes later, it's 5 cautions in 2 minutes. You know, it's crazy. So I mean, it can happen. But I'd like to see it kind of settle down a little bit. Would be kind of be ideal, but maybe some guys are still missed the setup and just don't have the right handle on their car yet. So hopefully they can make those adjustments and get this thing going green for a little bit, so we can see who's got some good cars and see who's got potential to win this race.
Well, talk about good cars, potential, winning the race. One of the new guys that are actually here with us tonight is actually this 15, a Mordog. A lot of people know him from the Pro League. As HD checks back into the stream, he knows Mordog very well. You got Dohart in the field. You got quite a few Pro League contenders. Like Horn was a contender, Koei was a contender. There were quite a few. Country Girl saying that there were 10 laps to go in the stage, and I'm sure that Carroll is preaching to these guys. Keep it calm. Let's finish the stage under green, start the next one under green, and hopefully stay that way. There's a lot of racing to go. Again, all in all, there are going to be about 200 laps. You just want to get this racy and see more battles on the track that restarts.
Yeah, the 27 Jelly Roll is kind of finding himself in a bad spot. He's around looks around like the 46 car, good dead. I mean, it's crazy back there. It's like about 15th to 30th. So as long as these guys get settled in, it's just tough because there's so many different lines and so many different driving styles that you kind of feel who's around. You know who's going to drive it in there deep. You know who's going to give you room. You know who maybe having trouble with the handle of their cars. So kind of know what to look for. Big bottle up on the top side there, but it's like they're gonna stay green.
Boy, that was close.
Nope. There's 2 cars, 21 car on the wall there on the bottom. This one might be.
Looks like we're gonna keep it green for now, though.
No.
Nope. They were.
I don't know if that was the stage or if that was.
Yeah, that was a caution.
Yeah. That might be the end of the stage, though.
Yeah, I think
comes out.
Yeah, but I think that's gonna take it. I don't believe at the end of the stage that there's a green white checker. We haven't come across that yet this year, so not 100% sure. Tedeschi, sir, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it.
It's kind of hard to see who's who with these custom paint jobs. You really gotta stare at them. You're more of a veteran at this than I am. I only gotta stare at the car for about 10 seconds to figure out what car it is. Rowdy Burns.
Yep, Rowdy he's 69 across the board, and used to have kind of like just like a bronzish and then a light color up top, and I got to know his paint scheme. I think he was actually the first one that I remember. So yeah, he's another Rowdy. From what I hear, he's always been rowdy. But yeah, he's actually pretty good. Yeah, 3 wide. You got the 45, you got the 13. Looks like the 9 of Carroll was in that, but he decided to check up, thought better of it. He's going to grab onto the back side of that 13 and kind of push a little bit. 13 is going to try to get to that high line so we can get a better arc in. a little bit of a battle here mid-pack. Try to work my way back up towards the front. Here you see the looks like the 8 truck. Excuse me, almost did it, country. The 8 truck of Doha right now. He's out front with the 15, I think that is, Mountain Dew truck of Moordog, if I'm not mistaken. There's the 94. Here's the 81 is Smitty. I'm gonna, man, these guys are all over the place. I try to say something about them, and then they're changed as they go 3 wide going down the front stretch. Woo. There's something going on everywhere. Oh, man. Amor, thanks for checking into the stream, sir. Always glad to see you. No, I mentioned that Rowdy Burns is usually in a bronze and clear or a light colored truck. In the last couple weeks, he's actually picked up Gravedigger colors. It's actually looks pretty cool.
I see that. And then you got there's another car in there too. It looks like it's quite brother. So he's running about 5th or 6th right now. I'm having a hard time figuring it out. But there's another black and green car. They're man. My X12 looks like he may have had some lag issues or something, but he is out of the race.
Yeah, I saw him pop online just a little bit ago, and as I check in with the stream for Cowboy Matt back there in that 18 Safe Light truck, he's shown me about lap 8 of 55 in stage 2. So that caution, whether it was for an accident or whatever it was, they did move on to stage 2 as we've got another caution on track.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit better run. That's about 15 laps, but you kind of want to see this thing get spread out. It's just, I mean, 30 cars, 29 cars, that's a lot of cars. It's it's a short track, and some guys don't have the handle. It's going to be a handful for everybody. Kind of like to see it get stretched out here. I'm sure Carroll's probably looking at a modified caution here or something of some sort. So.
Yeah, I would imagine so, and it's kind of unfortunate because with Bristol being a short track, if you take 28 or 30 trucks and you go nose to tail with them, the leader's going to see the tail end of the field as he's coming off too. So it's got to be, that's got to be bad news for the guy in the back. Let's see what Carroll calls, but no, it looks like we're going to go right back to green. He's not going to call that. So we're gonna keep it going as we see the 81 of Smitty and the 15 of Moordog down low. Smitty's gonna have the high line run, as the Moore is saying. Smitty's got a good truck in chat. Again, thanks for checking in, Moore. I'm sure Smitty appreciates the vote of confidence.
8 car round.
Yep, and they're gonna slow it up again. Now this is completely unlike anything in NNR. Normally they average, 3, maybe 5 cautions per race, and that's actually including the stage breaks. Don't normally have this many cautions. I'm wondering, there's a few new guys in here. Maybe they know the kind of competition they're against. Maybe they've got a couple of butterflies, whatever. Might have been a little nervous, maybe started off on too much of a preset and haven't quite been able to get the handle on it yet, but they got to kind of lock this down. The whole breed cautions thing, it's not what we want to see. We want to see more flag, hard, competitive racing, not, competitive caution laps. Nobody can pass it.
I mean, you got probably still 60% of the race left. Probably right now. So, get settled down. It's tough, when you have these kind of races. Maybe you don't have the right setup, and you only get 5 laps. You're like, man, I can't even see what's wrong with the car because I can't get going. This guy's there's 4 cars back there in the wall.
Yeah.
That's another question.
Yeah, Carroll's really going to have to call this here and get these guys single file and maybe go at the start finish line. If somebody in the back ends up, going an early lap down, whatever, he's got to break up the tail end of the pack. Either that, or it could be somebody back there lagging, like what we saw earlier.
Yeah, it could be. It's hard to tell these camera angles that we got, but that could definitely be some of the problem. And I'm sure they'll get that remedy. The lag issues, they happen, but they usually handle those pretty well. Sometimes it's the talent issues that kind of shine a little bit more than the lag issues. Myself included, I get blamed a lot.
I'm going, broadcasting with HD Thursday night over on his YouTube channel. I really don't recall seeing a whole lot of lag out of you.
No, not the lag talent.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, I don't remember any lag out of you, not at all. Yeah, big battle up front again. You got the 5. I'm sorry, no, that's not the 5. Okay, I'm gonna get off this camera angle because it's not helping. All right, let's get back up front with the 81 of Smitty. And you know what? I'm actually gonna go in the back and see if maybe we can figure out what's going on here.
Might need to do something about this.
Yeah,
Dustin.
I'm really surprised that he hasn't already said, okay, you know what? Modified restart. At the line go. At least maybe try double file at the line first. But these guys, they're not doing the pace lap, and they're also trying something else a little different tonight as well. They're not all in Discord in one party. They're actually separate parties through Xbox, and one member of each party is in Discord. So to try to get a message across that quick, they might be struggling.
Yeah,
is that better?
Sorry. Oh, I was probably looking for too far away.
No, she was actually saying that my mic was low.
I was checking on some of the football scores. It looks like the Packers ended up squeezing it out. So, yeah, I mean, and we run that in the Cup Series. Back to the chat. We do that in the Cup Series. If we all work that well, you get a hard time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's surprising to see this many, but it's not surprising to see coaches, But like I said, we ran that Cup Series, and I had an incident earlier this year. I was running like third, just a green-white checkered. I messed it up and bottled up the whole field. It didn't really change the outcome of the race, I don't think, but for the leaders, but it definitely hurt some cars there in the middle of the pack. But I mean, you could get some communication issues, but other than that, I mean, it's great. Sometimes you got some of the guys that are always complaining about something, for this and that. I usually used to be a little more talkative, but I got some pretty talkative Cup teammates, so I kind of just sit there and rage on my own and my own thoughts and trying to figure out what I need to do. So
yeah, sometimes you just gotta concentrate on yourself and kind of work it out. All right,
they're going with it now.
Yep, this is like overdue.
Single file. Yeah, we're going single file. This should be very, very beneficial to the outcome of the race. It's if you're one of the faster cars, you end up being 15th when that happens, and you're not happy about it, but you can there's time to get back into it. So they ran that thing pretty quick. Looks like the leader was doing about 80.
Yeah. I'm actually a little bit further in the field. I'm back on the 27 at Jelly Roll now. At least the guys in the back, they're a bit spaced out. Looks like guys going through the front stretch right now are a bit spaced out. The leaders, they've got some running room in front of them as well. Let's see. Yeah, Viper, or who's asking? Yeah, Viper. The 8 of Dohar is in the field. He was around earlier. I'll actually see if I can go ahead and try to find him for you. Let's see. There's the 88 of Watt Racing, your current points leader. There's the 9 of Carroll. There's the 5 of Little Tank. 2 of Dooman. A little bit more racing now on the track here, Natty.
Yeah.
Keep going through. Here's the.
Looks like he's about 9th place. Is what I'm getting at right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, 7th, 8th or 9th. It's hard to catch up with the leaders. But yeah, Johar, he's always strong. He's usually got a pretty good car. He's been known to stretch the mileage a little bit. Obviously, I don't think that's an issue today. But he's always got a strong car. Obviously, I think he's in the pro league, and he did well there. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him up there right here before long.
Yeah, he was in a pro league. He was actually he made it to Final Four. The Final Four, if I'm not mistaken, was Valley. It was HD Motorsports. It was Dohar.
Our very own HD Motorsports.
Our very own HD, and you know what's funny? HD actually almost took it all. On the final lap at ISM, he had the lead. He had spent the whole day prior to actually leaving for Charlotte just working on tire wear. I remember talking to him at a party, and he had a feeling, I'm guessing, that that's the way that it was going to work out. And at the final run, that's what it all came down to. Shut up, HD, you do not suck. It came down to tire wear, and HD had the lead. Valley was behind him. They were coming up on Diego to he was garbage. If Diego had finished between HD and Valley, HD would have won the race and the championship. Instead, he ended up winning the race, but lost the championship because of Diego between himself and Valley. He lost it by 1 point. It was 1 point more than how Tony Stewart and Carl Edwards finished a few years ago. It was an amazing race. I don't think I'll ever forget it. Man, it was pretty good. Yeah, whatever, HD. I don't know. Even HD, I'd never heard of him. Still going through. He's catch up with the 19 of Horn. He's another master of saving fuel, just like Dohar, as you mentioned before.
I've seen a wide variety of lines here. I see some of the leaders running up top. I see Horn running at the bottom. Looks like he's got that bottom hooked up pretty good as he got inside 32 car there. Wasn't able to get the pass, but he's got that low line there. He's got it. Give him a little room. There you go. All right, he's got a nose in there going into the front.
You know what? HD just corrected me. He didn't lose by a point. They tied. The only reason Valley won the championship and not HD by, I believe it was laps led. It wasn't even wins. It was whoever led the most laps. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well,
yep.
I mean, if they would have went by looks, he probably wouldn't have won it that way either. So, yeah, at least it was laps led instead of looks.
Well, I think HD probably would have won in that one too. Yeah. Gotta keep going. Oh boy. Let's see. Caught back up with the 15 of Mordog. It looks like our leaders right now are the 15 of Mordog, the 81 of Smitty, and the 13 of Soroka really putting on the pressure. Mordog just running that high line. The 81 of Smitty is down low, and then Soroka's just kind of waiting to see who messes up. Which line is he gonna take? Is he gonna have to go high if Mordog hits low if Mordog hits the wall? Is he gonna stay right there and hope that maybe Smitty running that low line hits the apron like we've seen a few others do and goes around? But all three of these guys are really good. I think right now they're just kind of biding their time, waiting to see how things shake out, and they'll make a move a little bit later on in the race. Gonna keep going through. You know, in the practices that you've done, Natty, have you figured out anything with this track that, let's say, one of these new guys came up to you and said, "Hey, do you have any suggestions for me, or any help, any recommendations? You know, should I start off lower on the preset scale and work my way up, or what would you tell a new guy just entering NNR on how to run fast at these places?"
Oh man, I don't know. Not sure if I'm the right person to ask about that, but you know, at this track, you know, I would set my car up the best I can to run the high line and still be able to make moves on the bottom. You know, looks like we got a caution here.
Yeah, it looks like we got a caution, and I'm sure we'll probably go back to that
could have been the other
modified
stage
restart
too.
again.
To be honest with you, I didn't see anything.
It's possible.
Are we past that already?
Here, you know what? I'll go ahead and I will pull Matt's up here. With him going through his menu, I can't be 100% sure. I can tell you that Cowboy Matt right now is running back in 24th, right ahead of Lone Star Racer, but right behind Good Deadpool. Looks like Dooman's back there, Little Tank's back there, KB420 Racing's back there. You know, there's a few others as well. Let's take a look. See.
I kind of stuff puts me on a sledgehammer every time he restarts.
Okay, yep. Country Girl saying that was the conclusion of stage 2. So here we go. Stage 3. They are staying back under the modified restart, so they'll take this one pace lap to get lined up, and away they'll go. Let's see. Dutch Walrus. No, that actually wasn't the end of the race. That was just the end of the stage. They have had a few cautions tonight, but they're lining up in a modified restart, get things going the right way here, and going to take them back green.
Yeah, you know, back to looks like somebody got spun there, but that should bring out a caution. That's a simple car incident. Yeah, back to what I was saying. You know, I tend to run the low line, but I like to have a car that can drive anywhere. And here, most of the cars are usually going to run high. Cup cars are a little different. They got a little bit more power, so you can spin the wheels real quick on those cup cars. You know, you get too much wheel into it coming off the turn, and you know, you can spin that thing around real easy. So I like to run the high line here in a cup car, and then maybe kind of bring it down off the high line down towards the bottom, kind of almost like a diamond, I guess, coming on in the cup cars. I ran these trucks about an hour before the race here. They handle a lot different. They got a lot more stability, but they don't quite have the power. So you don't really see those guys getting loose. Some of the cup drivers and guys that have a better setup in. Somebody that might have ran a little bit too high of a preset. Yeah, they can spin those tires around real quick, coming about 10 or 15 laps into a run. So you kind of got to take it easy on there. Don't drive in there too hard. I'm kind of more, I don't even really brake. I kind of just let off probably 60%, maybe almost not by the start finish, but pretty close, and kind of just let it slide in there. And then as soon as I feel like I can make the turn, I'm in it. I mean, I'm trying to get that straightaway speed. And then you were talking about Carroll having those setups in to where, you know, they can redline. That's when when you're holding that momentum up the high line, that's when you start getting those red lines in these trucks here.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, there you go. So let's see. Dutch Walrus saying it's hard to kiss the apex in the trucks. Not quite sure what he means by kiss the apex. I'm wondering if maybe he meant to say something else, but autocorrect kind of took control of his device. But if you mean like getting into the apex, kind of like diamonding out what Natty was just saying, it can be hard depending on how much wear you have on your tires. If you get in there too hot, you try to diamond it out, and all you end up doing is scrubbing the wall. Yeah, you're really wasting time. You need to find a new line, but it can be hard to get to the apex in these trucks. They don't turn quite as well as the Cup cars or even the Xfinity cars do. That's for sure. Going to keep going through the field somehow and keep ending back on these trucks dead on instead of just the overview. But let's see. A bit of a battle here between the 45 of Duncanny. 45, he actually took over that ride from Servant-Cone once Servant-Cone was no longer able to run in NNR because of his connection. Excuse me. So Duncan, which he told me to call him last week, when made his first start in NNR and wound up in victory lane at the Roval. So great run by him, and looks like if he's able to give a challenge to the 88 of Watt Racing, last year's series champion, this guy might just be in a ride that he really belongs in, and looking forward to seeing what he's able to do for the rest of the season.
Yeah, got an eye on Carroll here. He's beating the back bumper off of Bud Fusion here. I think he's probably getting a little sick of him. He's probably gonna get that high side. Yeah, he got the high side, and he's got it going now. Looks like a slow car on the apron of Knights. Not really sure what may have happened there. Carroll's working on that 69 car of
Rowdy Burns.
Rowdy Burns, yeah.
Yep.
So there it is. Rowdy and the guy that Bud Fusion. Those two cars. You ever seen My Cousin Vinny?
Yeah, sure. Yep.
Identical.
Oh yeah.
Those two cars.
Yeah.
Can't tell the difference.
Yeah, they are exactly like. I'm gonna guess they're probably teammates, and they wanted to put it out there. But tell you what, the Nina Carroll was beaten on the back bumper of Bod Fusion a little bit ago. Now he's doing the same thing here with. That was close. He's doing the same thing here to the back end of the 69 of Rowdy Burns. He's wanting by, and Carroll looks like he's got a pretty fast truck. He's keeping it wound up around the high side.
Keep it wound up. There you go. Oh, stay in it. There. Oh, he put it in the wall.
Yeah,
he's good though.
Yep. It does look like
just a little scrape on the right side there. Never hurt anybody.
No, not here. I mean, it's a we're not quite at Darlington. No reason for that stripe just yet, but. Yeah, Carroll right now, looks like he's got a pretty fast long run car. You see the 69 get loose, head to the inside wall. Looks like Carroll might have to check up, so that's going to allow the 37 of Bod Fusion to close back in. But Carroll now, he's not going to have to fight with any other traffic. He can really try to set his sights on the 45 of Duncan, see if he can catch back up to him and the 88 of Watt Racing. Going to keep going through the field here. Here's a 5 little tank. Let's see, Tagger's checking into the stream saying, my boy Duncan. Yeah, well, your boy's doing pretty well.
Oh, I think Carroll just got spun around. This one might bring out. Is that the 46 of the?
Yeah, it's the 46. Yeah, it's the 46. Good Deadpool. Yep.
Good Deadpool, yeah. And these 88, 8, and 45 are really going after it here.
Yep.
88 of Watt Racing and
the 8 of Dohar.
8 of Dohar, I'm sure that's up there, probably up in the lead pack, obviously. Probably in the top 5, definitely in the top 10. Really going at it. Looks like
actually looks like no, it's okay. It looks like the 45 was actually just pitting, so it kind of looks like we might be at the start of green flag pit stops. Now, because there's so many trucks on track, both sides of the track were being used for pits. 1st through 20th was pitting on the front. 21st through 30th was pitting on the back, and they have to go through all those different strategies. Now, if you could control your qualifying, that way you know where you're pitting, would you rather pit in the back, or would you rather pit on the front stretch?
I mean, obviously, I think on the front stretch is probably the way to go. In the video game, it's really not not that much of a difference. It's tough. You gotta pay attention, especially if you get into these green flag runs. Very, the racetrack, this is pretty much a stadium. It looks like a football stadium, so you can get kind of lost to where you're at. So when it gets close to time to make for the pit stops, you got to remember where you're at, and then you got to remember, oh, looks like we got a caution. So it looks like some of those guys that got that green flag stop are not gonna be happy.
No, they're not, because they just went at least one lap down. So
Yep.
yeah, it's
16-second laps and 16-second pit stop. You lost the lap just on your pit stop, not traveling pit road time. So, I mean, you'd be lucky if you're only one, but I'd venture to say that you're probably 2 down.
yeah.
Maybe closer to 3.
And Taggart was just going on a little bit, saying, my boy Duncan, and he was having a great run right there with the 88 of Watt Racing, and the 8 truck of Dohar. Now the 45's at least 1, probably 2 laps down, depending on where the caution came out, but it's not gonna fare well for him. So right now it looks like we've got the 81 of Smitty and the 13 of Soroka starting up in the front row with the 88 of Watt Racing, and we're going to go back to single file, so that'll give me a chance to actually get up here with the 48. The 81 truck of Smitty. All let's see, single file. Smitty's going through 3 and 4, and they were going through 1 and 2. So, man, long line.
Yeah, I mean it's tough here. Looks like they're back green. Like I said, Smitty's a Cup regular. He's going to be strong pretty much anywhere you go. It's kind of not quite the Kyle Busch effect, but when you get some of these Cup drivers in here, it's not quite stealing, but they should be running up there pretty good. They got a lot of experience. Some of them started out in the trucks, worked their way up. So some of them have a lot of experience in this series, and usually these guys go to the tracks that they like, and so when you see a Cup guy running that track and the trucks are Xfinity, they're probably there because they want to win. Boost the confidence a little bit. But Smitty, I think the Soroka, having a solid run, and then Moordog there, no surprise. And then you got the 88 with Watt Racing working on Dohar, so I mean it's a strong top 5 you got there. Carroll running in 6th. Yeah, just good cars. Carroll's like Carroll just gave up 6, but
yeah, there are absolutely some great trucks. I tell you what, I know Moordog as a setup driver, not really a default driver. He sent out a tweet earlier saying, gonna go and it's humbling to get back into the default world, kind of see what I can do. Here he is right now, runner-up ahead of last year's championship winner, the 88 of Watt Racing, the 13 of Soroka. He's been putting in tons of laps, right with Jelly Roll. Right now, Soroka really seems to be performing the better of the two, but that's not taking anything from these guys. As soon as all the dirt tracks were added to Heat 3 and Heat 4, those guys have been all about it. They're leaderboard drivers on dirt. Taggart, Eldora, Richmond, Bristol, all these other places. I never really heard of them on these kind of speedways. But yet here they are, and
yeah,
it's great racing.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, the transition from dirt to asphalt, it's different. Obviously, cars are obviously on as loose, but you look at some of the great drivers out there. Kyle Larson, um, obviously Jimmy Johnson. Some of those guys that started out in a different series and are able to control their car. You have so much car control. If you can drive a loose race car, God, I mean, it's such a huge advantage. You got so much speed with a loose race car that if you got that thing under control, yeah, you may. It's a risk reward, but man, there's some of those guys. I've seen some of these saves that that Kyle Larson and Tony Stewart made over the years. And I'm good Lord, like there's no the guys that started out on dirt just have so much car control compared to some of these other guys.
Oh yeah, they know they've got great throttle control. They've got they know when to get it in, turn right to go left. Yeah, they're amazing. I've seen Kyle Busch save a car. I've definitely seen Larson. I've seen Jimmy Johnson, like you just mentioned. I've seen a lot of guys make some really great saves. But dirt, yeah, that's really where it's at. You got to wonder if that's why a lot of the greats, Dale Earnhardt raced on dirt. A lot of those, older Cup guys, they started on dirt before coming to asphalt, and man, they made their mark everywhere they went.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, obviously Smitty's out there in the lead and working on a pretty good gap here, but I love the line that Moordog runs. He's running that. He comes in just a hair off the top line, kind of lets it ride up, and then just kind of cranks it down towards the bottom there, and just looks like we just got a caution. So that was perfect timing of my display there.
And as this caution just came out, Country Girl said that there were 46 more laps left to the race. This is obviously going to cut down about 3 of them, so I'm going to guess we're going to come to right around 40, give or take. I'll actually go ahead and pull up Cowboy Matt's stream, and I should be able to get a good idea once they go ahead and line it all back up, and I'm sure that it will be single file once again. Yeah, Moore's in chat saying Smitty is absolutely trying to walk away. And this would actually be, if he can pull this off, he will have 1 win in each series this year. He won Daytona Cup, he won Richmond in Xfinity, and now he's going to try to lock up a win here at Bristol in trucks. So he would be the first one in NNR to do that I know of this season. I don't know if it's been done before. I'm going to guess that it probably has, but not as long as I've been broadcasting. So this will be the first of the 2019-2020 season. Country saying 32 more laps to go. Thank you.
Yeah, that looks like that might have done it for pit stops. Unless we get another one here in the next, maybe with 30 to go, I would say probably after with it being single file, I would probably say 15 to go. Anything inside 15, man, we got what we got, but you gotta go with it. Anything outside of that, you might be able to make up some track position. But some of those front runners, 15 to go, I think that's all she wrote. I mean, you basically, if caution comes out, you're stuck with what you got. You just gotta hold them off.
Some contact there, definitely at least one truck around. Doesn't look like the cautions come out just yet. We've actually got a new leader. As much as we were just talking about the 81 of Smitty, the 19 of Horn has actually gone ahead and taken the lead, and he's trying to pull away from the 13 of Soroka, as well as the 37 of Bod Fusion, the 15 of Moordog, the 8 right there of Dohar. There's the 88 of Watt Racing. This is a pack for second on back, and there's no Mr. Nice Guy right now. They've been jamming each other up as much as they can, trying to catch back up to the big wreck coming out of 4.
Yeah,
that's going to bring out the caution.
Yeah, coming in 2 there. Yeah, I didn't see how Horn got. Every time the caution comes out, which unfortunately it's been a lot today, my stream goes back to Sledgehammer, and I keep forgetting to change it. So I didn't see how Horn got up there. Obviously, no surprise. J.R. Horn's one of the best drivers we got out there, and Cup veteran, kind of took a step back, jumped into a little bit of iRacing. Now running the trucks, just trying to enjoy his Sundays,
Yeah.
Run out here with the truck drivers, and obviously no surprise that he's up there. He's got that Monster Energy Toyota running pretty good, and no surprise that he's up there in the front. So 13 right behind him, the Soroka. So
Yep.
I got 19, 13. Gotta switch
Bit of a
back.
shake
Man,
up,
Smitty
yeah.
is
You gotta
stuck
love when
back
that
there.
happens. All right, let's see. if I
Smitty's
can
running about 16th. So something obviously happened there. That's going to be a tough task to go from 16th to first here in these last, I'd say 20 or 15 laps. So I'm not quite sure Smitty's got it in him to be the first driver to do that. Looks like somebody just ran into the wall, the 82. But man, it'd be pretty impressive if Smitty got back up there. But it's going to be a tough task, bud.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to head back green. It's going to keep the 19er J.R. Horn in the lead. 13er Soroka's going to try to get that high line, maybe try to diamond it out like what you were talking about earlier. And now there's actually quite a bit of gap between first to second, second to third, third to fourth, fourth to fifth, all the way going back to the 88 of Watt Racing. Country said that there was 26 more laps to go in the race. About to be done before we know it, says Mountaineers. But yeah, right now, if the 19 of Horn can lock this down, he will go to show that he can not only get it done after America's home for racing, as they say about Daytona, where he got his first win this season when the little tank pushed him to the win there, but he'll actually be able to get it done on the fastest short track on the circuit as well, right here at Thunder Valley, good old Bristol Speedway, which, by the way, we will be back here on Tuesday night with the Xfinity Series. Don't forget, go ahead and smash that follow button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications. That way you don't miss a lap, you don't miss a turn. Looks like a little bit of Soroka kind of got under him.
I'm gonna say Horn
used him up.
too happy about that one.
Now I would probably guess not.
Get away from Dohar here. He might repay the favors of the 13 car. I don't know. Not quite sure Horn had the best car. Those top four, the four behind him, were nose to tail there, so he might have been holding him up a little bit. I know Soroka was getting a lot of pressure from Dohar there, so he's like, I gotta go, Horn. So sorry, bud. But I'm not quite sure Horn's gonna feel the same way about it.
Yeah, I tell you what though, Horn did a great job keeping the 8 of Dohar pinched down on that bottom, and he was able to keep his position on the track. So the 19 and the 15 now are battling pretty hard, as you got the 88 of Watt Racing behind these two with the 8 of Dohar. So second, third, fourth, and fifth are all side by side. While all this is going on, the 13 of Soroka is really starting to scoot away from this pack of 4. But I got to give a big shout out to this 15 of Mordog. First race here in NNR, first, our great short track test for tonight, and here he is in top 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like Horn got shuffled back there to 5th, so I think you'll see Mordog and Dohar as soon as they get past the 3 car of K20. As soon as they can get by him, hopefully, his lap car will give him a little bit of room. Yeah, he got by him. And here comes 13 and the 8 and the 88 coming right back to the 13 car. So the 8 and the 88, sorry, coming back to the 13. So
yeah, we'll really have to see, as there's 15 laps to go, and this I'm sure was a couple laps ago. There's actually now 9 laps to go. So we'll have to see if the 13 of Soroka is actually going to be able to hold off this hard-charging 15 truck of Mordog. I don't know if he'll be able to do it. If we get a caution, will that be it? Here comes the 88 of Watt underneath the 8 of Dohar. You got the 19. He's got a lot of chrome on the hood of that truck, and he's not going to be afraid to use it, especially how he just got moved. We'll have to see, but right now that 13 and 15 are battling hard. I'm going to try to get back up to this 13. No, I'll take that back. Go right here with the 15 of Mordog. He is right in the tire tracks of that 13 Turda machine. Is that Turda or Tenda? It's a Tenda, not Turda. It's like a Turda. What? But Mordog is actually.
I tell you what, man, that green car was the 15 of Mordog there. He's keeps looking low, man. He gets the nose under there, man. He can control that lap car there.
Yep, and that actually,
buddy. Stay out of the way. There you go.
That
all right.
That broke all of Soroka's momentum.
Yep.
Now that 15 is there.
There. Yep. He's on the inside. Nope. Got him a little loose there.
Yep. And they've got 5 laps to go.
Yeah. He's setting them up. He's trying to. You see him working that high side, and he's trying to car around there. Is that a horn?
That's the 37 of Bod Fusion right now. He's looking
Oh,
underneath.
no.
A little bit of lag, but it looks like they're okay. They're both able to get by the 37, the ailing machine of Bod Fusion. So here comes the 15.
Oh, we washed him up. Oh, kept it fairly clean. Oh, we pinched him down.
Yeah, I don't know if Soroka's
he's got a nose on him though.
I don't know if Soroka's
he pinched him down nicely.
Really like that. Yes, he is. He's got to get that great run off the high line. Nope, Mordog.
Wow.
Yep, Mordog's gonna have to try to play defense. But now, while that race right there was going on, here's the 8 and the 88. They've been able to catch up to those two. It looks like Watt might have a preferred line. Looks like we have 1 to go, or.
Yeah. Oh, he's coming back.
Yep.
Oh man, 13 might drive it in. Oh, we got a little loose going in the entry.
Ooh, we got a little bit of a bumper.
Oh, he gave him the.
Mordog got loose. Mordog got loose. Oh, wow.
Oh, he just drove it in there.
Yes, he did.
Hey,
Mordog got loose, hit the aprons, just about spun it out, and I think Soroka went on to take his first win. Yeah.
That is a great finish there. I mean, some guys are gonna. Obviously, one guy's happy and one guy's not. But that's kind of the way short track racing goes. He kind of barreled it in there, used him up a little bit, maybe meant to rattle his cage. I don't know, but man, that worked out awesome for Soroka.
Yeah, that absolutely worked out great for Soroka. You almost got a 1. No, I don't. I'm thinking maybe Mordog might have dug a little too much, or I don't. Did he kind of give it? I don't think he would do that. But yeah, actually, completely Amor. What a great finish. Man, so your top 3 were Soroka, 88 of Watt Racing, and I believe that said Mordog as your top 3. So we're gonna come on back here to the booth, and we're gonna check in with these guys. All right, so far we got Mordog here, just waiting on Soroka and the 88 of Watt Racing, I believe. Back out of this race. I don't feel like going to Canadian Tire.
Yeah, I hear you. I've had enough road course racing for till the next one. I know that
right
after Charlotte.
Man, that was a really, really good finish. I'm already looking forward to Tuesday's Xfinity race.
Absolutely. I might have to throw some laps down and maybe jump in that Tuesday race. I've yet to use any of my starts. Might try and get a little extra seat time after watching that. That was a pretty exciting finish there. No, it was kind of a slow start to the race, but we got it going there, and it ended up being a good finish. So that's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, definitely. Let's see. There's Soroka, and I think we're just waiting on Watt.
All right.
Wow.
So,
there's Watt. Third was you, right?
You guys got me?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Yeah, I'll start off with Mordog and then
Have you guys started the
Natty.
interview yet?
Nope, we're doing that now. All right, so I'll actually start off with
Have
Mordog.
you guys started yet?
What's that? Natty, can you hear me?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What was that?
Okay.
Have
No,
you guys started the interviews yet?
no, we're doing that now.
Hello. Hey. Yep.
Yep.
You guys
Okay.
got me?
Yeah, I'm not. Yep, I got you.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know if you're getting ready to start them or is everybody here?
Yeah, everybody's
Can you
here.
guys
Yeah.
hear me?
Well, yep, I
Okay.
got you. All right, so Mordog, first race with NNR here at Bristol, first real short track, and I
You guys
saw a
got me?
tweet. Who is asking that? Okay, well, I guess he couldn't hear us or something's going on. I don't know. But yeah, first real race of 2019 as the short track goes. I
What's up?
saw a
You guys
tweet
got me?
that you sent out earlier that you're gonna kind of get back into default racing, and you picked it up, man. You led a
Get
lot of
me in
laps. You're really
Discord,
really
right?
competitive. Um, Tell us about your race. What do you think of NNR so far? Please don't judge the first stage. Kind of a lot of cautions, but that's not customary of
Hey,
NNR.
Soroka.
No, it was quite a lot of fun actually. I went into practice and kind
I
of just
don't know
went
if they can
blind
hear me.
per se. Stuck in I think preset 7 and kind of just went caution to the wind. Um, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think Smitty was the pretty much the only guy who really was probably faster than me that race. So I was pretty proud of myself for that and everything like that. But it was really fun. I really enjoyed it.
Well, I'm absolutely glad that you decided to kind of join the ranks of NNR. We most people know you as a setup driver, pro league driver. Someone that's really fast, someone that really knows how to control the car. Picked up by Hendrick Gaming last year for the pro league during the draft. Congrats on a great season last year. By the way, don't really get to talk to you all that much. I did get to meet you down in Charlotte at the track and you know throughout the hotel and all that. But man, great race, great start to your NNR career. Any shout outs to any of your fellow drivers, any of your eSpark guys, your Pro League guys? Anything you want to put out there, man?
Shout out to my buddies. I got my group of friends. Doha raced with me, but I know I was in the party with like Tedeschi and Track Bar and those guys, and they were watching along. They tuned into your stream, so hopefully we can bring some of that people, some of that fan base, bring it over here. You know what I mean? Start bringing the fans over here for Sunday nights and the trucks, and during the week races. So just shout out to those guys and everybody at East Spark. It's on, but this has been a blast. NNR. When I came over here a couple days ago, man, it's been way more than anything that I expected. I mean, you guys are top notch, and I'm just thankful you guys gave me the chance to do that. Just a
Well,
blast.
yeah, it was definitely a blast. It's only gonna get better as you get to know a lot of these guys. Um, Default setups are very different than custom setups. A lot less that you can tune on, but
Yeah.
there are some tracks where you can get the car pretty quick, almost to the standings or the stature of a custom setup. So, man, welcome to NNR. Great P3 run tonight, sir.
All right, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Natty, you want to go ahead and take Watt, please?
Hey, yeah. Hey, Watt, hey, that was a great run you had there coming home, P2. You had a good car. I mean, I haven't really raced with you much, but the times that I have raced with you, you've always been pretty fast. I was looking at your practice times. You're kind of one of the cars that I picked to run pretty well today. Thank you for making me look good. And kind of run us through. We had a great, last 20 laps there. It looks like the top five are running pretty close. Kind of just run us down through those last 20 laps and kind of what you were thinking and how it worked out for you.
Yeah. Oh, make sure you guys got me, right?
Yep, we
Yeah.
got you.
So yeah, kind of sloppy throughout. I was just trying to not hit anybody, not get into any problems for most of the race. Tried to score some points for the stages because I'm trying to make sure I can stay up top of point standings. It's kind of a goal I'd like to have all season. and found myself running top 5 there at the end. Just slowly worked my way up. I had some troubles early in the race, and slowly found myself back up at the front, and it got really exciting there. Seemed like at the top 5, we really just all got right under a blanket you could have thrown over us, and definitely got the adrenaline pumping, and I was pretty much just waiting for them to all make a mistake, and that's pretty much what happened coming on the front stretch, and I was able to damn near steal it just by a hair loss. So pretty excited about it. Another top 5, so just keep ripping off top 5s and running consistent. So definitely exciting. It was a really exciting finish and a good win for Soroka.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like, it was obviously a slow start to the race there, but you guys got going. And that was a great run, man. It was fun watching you. We were watching those top 5 pretty hard there for the last 20 laps. We didn't really know who was going to come away with it. We saw a lot of bumping and banging, and wasn't sure if Horn was kind of holding you guys up or not. I wasn't really sure because you guys got so close together, but a great finish, man, and good luck to the rest of the year, and keep trucking, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right, and Soroka, you got me, sir.
Yes, sir. How you doing,
Soroka,
Ricky?
I'm doing fine. How the hell are you?
Really stunned.
Man, you know what? I don't take that because for the last 3-4 weeks, whether it was Xfinity or Cup, you've been knocking on P2, P3, P2, P3 back and forth for the last several races, and I think I told you this in the second time you ended up here talking to me, either me and Knights or me and whoever was here, Striker or Stout Whiskey or whoever. I said you keep clicking off those second and third place finishes. You're going to have to finish right there in P1. Tonight, you got it done, man. You may not have had the fastest truck,
Nope.
but you were absolutely up there among the fastest all night long. All that practice that you and Jelly Roll and others have been putting into your trucks has been completely paying off. Trying out the different tire wears, or not tire wears, different
Presets, yeah.
presets and tire what you call it, tire pressures. There we go. The different wedges, different tapes, everything that you could possibly do. I'm sure that y'all have done, turning all thousands of laps. Man, tell us about that last 20 laps. What you were thinking, if you thought you were going to be able to get by, and now that you've actually put it into victory lane and knocked yourself into the chase, buddy, tell us about it.
I don't know, the last 20 laps were nerve-wracking, and I know if I could have just kept the lead, and I knew More Dog was catching me, and I just try to keep it straight and run my line and no mess-ups, and More Dog got by me, and I guess he got loose in 3 and 4, or I got to his bumper and I hit him a little bit.
Yeah, you
Gave
came
him a
over.
little tap, so, and I got by him, so.
Well, man, you got it to victory lane. You were doing the burnouts. You're all done. You can put Bristol behind you. I know you got it, your Xfinity race tomorrow, or on Tuesday rather. I'm sure you're gonna be just as ready for that. Have you learned anything in your tuning, in your testing, that you think you might be able to carry over into Tuesday night's Xfinity race?
Yeah, I need to loosen it up a little bit. I was wicked tight at some points on the turn, so I'll figure it out.
I bet you will.
Team Ramrod will help me out.
Team Ramrod. I watched Super Troopers the other night, and I heard that, and I actually thought of you guys. So, man, again, congratulations on your first win of 2019-2020 season. You're locked into the chase with like 14 weeks left to go. Any shout outs, sir?
Shout out to Team Ramrod.
All right. Well, we'll nice and simple. We'll keep it at that. As for me, guys, I will be back here. I've been doing a little bit more, streaming, racing, and a couple other things. I will be back around. Be sure, go ahead and go on up, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications. Don't miss us. Mountaineer, I do see you. Thank you very much for all your help. But I will see you back on the track. Don't forget, Tuesday night, 9 o'clock, right here, Xfinity Series, right here at Bristol. We'll be ready to go. Until then, I'll catch you around. Thanks.